Hi everyone, this is another What's Next video here in North County, San Diego, California, and this is Duluth Canyon. It's a sad day for me today. What's Next is a theory, or not a theory, but it was a theme from Norman Lear, and he passed away today at the age of 101. So this video is basically dedicated to him and his What's Next. And what's over is over, but his legend and what he was all about won't be over for me. But living in the moment is. So let's take a look at what's going on at the moment. Pick out another root burl to carve, to sand and shape in honor of Norman Lear. Kind of hard for me to believe that I still have basil growing. And my garlic is like growing like never before. And I'm picking out tomatoes. I'm picking tomatoes for my salad tonight. These are purple Cherokee. This one will have to ripen on the counter just a little bit more. And I have peppers that I will be picking a little later on. Those are Manganji, Japanese peppers. It seems to be pretty nice out here right now. It's probably about 75 degrees. Everything is just as green as it can be. I've never seen it this green before, this in December. And this is a grove right here we're looking at behind me here. It's called cocktail fruit. They are hard to find. You don't find them in the stores anymore. They were once a very popular grapefruit, but they're called cocktail fruit. And then on the way down the path here, I just finished cutting off a top or the bulb of a banana arm, and the hands are doing real well. This is called ice cream. It's a variety of banana. It's Cavendish miniatures, and I have more growing up here. This hand here is going to be huge, and it's going to take a little while before that drops down to where I will cut that little bulb off, and that will let the bananas size up. We've had several hands go to farmers market on Saturday, and they are expensive. You can't find these in this store. Here's another bunch that's getting fairly good size, actually. And that one also will have to grow a little while longer before I cut that little bulb off of there. And there is another bunch back here that's probably ready to go to market, as this one is. So this banana tree is very fruitful. It's good producer. And let's go down and take a look at some persimmons, some Fuyu Persimmons. These are Fuyu Persimmons, and there are some here that are really, really ripe. Those birds are having a good time with this one. And this is one that I'll pull off the tree, and let's take a bite of this one. And that is so good. These are Meiwa Cumquat, and this grove is full of these trees. And these are sizing up very nicely. Will just be a few more weeks before they're ready to go. And of course we have avocados. And I put my Christmas lights up there. So let's go back. Oh yes, Meyer lemons. These are guavas. And I'm not too sure These are not pineapple. I'm not too sure what kind of guava this one is. If I figure it out, I will put it on my video when I post this. That was ready to eat, just fell off in my hand. Oh my, that was really good. More bananas. And both of these are ready to have these crowns cut off. There's an escaped chicken in here somewhere. I've heard it for the last couple days every time it lays an egg. Let's go see if we can find it. These are the ones that I have left to choose from today. And let us see which one would be a good one. This one here is really heavy. It has a lot of features. That is multiple day, probably a couple weeks. This one is the same thing. These are live oak. And it has all kinds of furrows and holes. Lots of dead or dry rot wood, but a whole lot of live wood. That's a couple weeks. These are red oak. And they don't take as long. And I think that, well, this is a silver oak or a live oak. And I think this one will be pretty. I think let's go with this. Hi everyone. This will be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I am going to rough this in this afternoon for about an hour. I will time lapse this, which will mean it'll be really, really fast. You should see the sun come across this wood or this cardboard here. In honor of Norman Lear, I'm going to rough it in, process the video, and finish this off in another day. That's what will be next for tomorrow. Thanks again for watching. I am not too sure if this is one that is too far gone and it is really over, but I'm not convinced yet. I don't think it is. These parts were actually bark between the pieces, and they were held together by one common piece of wood. So these were actually 3 pieces of this root burl here that were growing together. I'll put it back together the way it was when I'm finished with this. But in between this, I noticed that it got real fragile as I was taking different pieces off, and I could see that there was one common branch that held together they're intertwined this one burrow, which was several plants kind of joined together. So this was like the main one, then this was another one, and this was another one, and they came apart. And in here, that's all bark right in here. That's all bark that was in between them, all the way down to one little structure right here. So this is fairly heavy. It's solid. It's red oak. So it's going to be really, really dark. It'll be almost black when I'm finished with it. But all of the furrows and all of the different valleys and canyons that are in this are still really pretty. And it would look unique, probably maybe in a floral arrangement or something of that nature. So I'm going to keep working on it, but that'll be the end of the video for today. And that is in honor of Norman Lear.